I'm Jennifer Soto, your Pampered Chef consultant, and I'm so excited that you're joining today and you're watching this demo. Today we're going to do a quick demo of barbecue chicken and cornbread waffles, and we'll be using the deep covered baker and the Deluxe electric grill and griddle, and then we're going to use the quick cooker to make a quick apple or peach cobbler. So let's dive right in. As I use these tools, I'm going to tell you about them and let you know some tips and some tricks so that you can use this stuff in your kitchen as well. So feel free to comment with any thoughts or any questions that you have, and I'll be sure to reply to that as soon as possible. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is use the close and cut to slice our chicken breasts in half before we cook it. So a quick tip for you is that chicken breasts should not be washed. They should be patted dry. So I have them sitting here on a just on a paper towel on the flexible cutting mat. Now the close and cut is really great. It has two spring-loaded plates, and so we're gonna take the chicken breast, because as you can see, they're giant and super thick, and we're just gonna put it in here. We're gonna stick it in there. We'll take the knife. This comes as a set, the close and cut with the knife, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and slice it through, okay? And then you've got a nice, evenly sliced piece of chicken. Now this next one, my goodness, that is a really large piece of chicken, but don't worry, we will still be able to slice that one in half as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do this right here. And we'll go ahead and slice this just like that. And we just shoved it in there, and look, we've got that all sliced right in half. Now, other things that you can use the close and cut for are cherry tomatoes, grapes. You can use it for bagels or for English muffins, all kinds of things. And it goes in your dishwasher safe it's dishwasher safe, so it goes in your dishwasher for easy cleaning. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spritz these with a little bit of oil. So I always spritz my meat with a little bit of oil because it holds the seasoning on. But if you're gonna do it out on the grill, or you're gonna use like the electric grill, or you're gonna use some other kind of indoor grill, then it also helps to brown it a little bit. But right now we just want the seasoning to stick on because we're gonna cook this in the microwave. Yes, I said we're gonna cook chicken in the microwave. Now the crazy thing is, like, there's so many different ways to cook chicken. You can cook it really fast, so many different ways. So today we're gonna cook it in the microwave, and I'm gonna tell you all about the deep covered baker when we do that. This is the smoky barbecue rub that I'm just generously seasoning these breasts with. So, and then we're gonna put it in the deep covered baker. So the deep covered baker is a piece of stoneware, and we've had several different colors. Right now it's a gray stone color. It's glazed on just on the outside, not on the inside. So it can replace like a 9x13 casserole pan. You can really get some good casseroles in here in a small space. So it's perfect if you have a smaller oven, or if you're in the camper or something like that, or if you live in Europe. So that's another thing. And that's a thing, Americans live in Europe, military folks. I used to live over there, and we had a small oven. So we just put the chicken right in there like this, and then I'm gonna put the lid on it. You don't have to add any water or anything to it, and we're gonna stick it in the microwave for, it says 8 to 10 minutes. We'll go ahead and do 8 minutes and then check it out. So I'm just gonna stick it in the microwave, and we'll get that going, okay? So the deep covered baker is one of our enameled pieces of stoneware, and so it has just a lot of versatility because it goes on the table and looks so nice when you're serving. We've redesigned the handle, and it's a lot lighter weight so that when it does have all that food in there, you're not like struggling. So let me drop all these things in the sink right here to be cleaned. Wipe this off, and then we'll get the next step going. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is we're gonna turn our electric grill and griddle on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of pull it back a little bit so that to make sure you guys can see it really well, okay? And we're gonna turn it on. There's a switch on the back to turn that on. And so, oh, I've just noticed that I do not have the right plates. So let me get my right plates for it. It comes with griddle plates and it comes with grill plates. It comes with that, and then you can get the extra plates separate. So let me pop these off so I can switch out the plates. I got everything ready except for that. I don't think it would be a Pampered Chef event if I didn't have some kind of mess up along the way. So I always say pampered, not perfect. So it's kind of my mantra. So we've got these in here, okay? We are going to, let me make sure I've got this to where it's gonna close all the way. Yes, okay. So we're going to we're gonna turn the button until we get to custom, and we'll push it once, and then we're gonna turn it to 6 minutes, and we're gonna change the heat to 350 degrees. So while that's heating up, let me tell you a little bit about what you can do in this grill and griddle. So obviously you can grill. I grill chicken. Like I told you, there's a lot of ways to do chicken really fast. I love doing chicken on here because it takes about 5 minutes and I don't have to turn them because there's heat to both of the plates, okay? And then there's some other features where you saw how I moved this down. You can actually have this kind of hovering over your food. So if you wanted to melt the cheese on the top of burgers that you just cooked, or you wanted to cook a pizza on here, you could do that with the flat griddles. So we have flat griddles. We have flat griddles right here. So you can see there's flat griddles and then there's the grill. And so it does store upright. So you can put it upright and store it in your cabinet or under your cabinet. So that's pretty handy. It has a lot of presets on here, and it comes with this handy cooking guide. All of our electronics come with a handy cooking guide and tells you some of the things you can do. Like it has all the time settings and everything for everything that you can do. So you can do steaks on here. You can do bacon on one side and then eggs on the other side, French toast, waffles. I mean, the list is practically endless. So, sandwiches, like you could do panini sandwiches on here as well. I mean, like I said, so many cool things. And the recipe that we're doing today, the barbecue chicken and cornbread waffles, is actually in this book right here. So, all right, so we've got that heating up. It's gonna take just a few minutes for that to heat up. And then we're going to go ahead and make our waffle batter. So we're just gonna use, let's see, combine the waffle ingredients in the batter mixer and dispenser. This is the batter mixer and dispenser. And so we need 1 egg. Okay, we need 1 egg to put in here. Because you always want to put, when you're using the batter mixer and dispenser, you always want to put all your liquid ingredients in first. So we'll do our egg. And the thing about eggs is that if you crack them on a flat surface, then you're less likely to break the yolk, which doesn't matter in this case. But if you're making fried eggs, it matters. But also you're less likely to get pieces of the shell into your eggs. So we need 2/3 of a cup of milk. I've got that right here, all measured out in the Easy Read measure cup. I love these cups because you're just looking top down on them. They come in a set of 3, a 1 cup, a 2 cup, and a 4 cup, okay? We need 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I went ahead and melted the butter already just to make it really fast, okay? Because I knew I'd be using the microwave for something else. So these are prep bowls. As you can see, I've used a couple of these prep bowls right here to portion out my ingredients ahead of time, to melt some ingredients, just super handy. They come in a set of 6. So, and then we got our butter, and then we're gonna add our baker mix, which is just a little Jiffy cornbread mix. So we add that in the top there. Stick that in there. All right, then we're gonna take the top on here and we're just gonna tighten this. I love this batter mixer and dispenser. It's perfect for like a brownie mix. So then we're just gonna plunge to mix. Get it nice and mixed. You can do any kind of mix in here. You can do a cake mix and then do and then portion out your cupcakes. You can do a brownie mix. You can do anything. You just want to make sure that your muffins. You just want to make sure you don't have things suspended in there. So like Blueberries are a little, they clog up the thing that it goes out of, so you don't want to have those in there. So now what we're gonna do is we've got to put, this has got 3 settings right here for the size. We're just gonna put it on the big setting, that's about a 1/2 cup, and that's how much we'll use on each one of these things when this is ready. This is gonna beep when it's ready. So let's see, what else could I tell you about here? So the BattenMixer and Dispenser is super handy. It goes with all of our other baking tools that we have, so you are gonna love it. And then the other thing we're gonna do while those are cooking is we're gonna make some barbecue sauce. So I can actually kind of get that started because we have, it looks like just over a minute left on our thing. So we want some brown sugar, 1/4 cup, and we want some ketchup, which I of course forgot to get out. Okay. You can actually make this ketchup lower in sugar if you use like Splenda brown sugar. So this is the measure all cup. We just need 1 cup right here. And we're gonna put our ketchup in here. I probably should have just taken the lid off and done it that way. A little bit faster. If you can get the lid off right. Sometimes you don't think about those things. So, all right, so we're just using regular ketchup, and then we'll put that in here. Okay. We'll scrape off the bottom. I love the measure all cup for doing, okay, that's that. There's somebody beeping. I love the measure all cup for measuring ingredients like this. Then we need some of this, and we need 2 tablespoons of the smoky barbecue rub. So I'm gonna put this all in there, and then I'm gonna move over to this and get the waffle started. And then this will be ready right at the time when it's time to do the thing. That's very helpful, huh? Do the thing. All right, so we're gonna open this up, okay? And this actually will open up all the way if I want to. There's a release button, and it'll lay flat, so I have 2 flat surfaces. So we're gonna spray these with oil. You always want to spray these with oil before you get started. Even though the plates are non-stick, you still want to put oil on there. Okay. We're going to spray both sides. And then we're going to take the bottom off, and we're going to do a 1/2 cup on each one. Okay. And then we'll close this just like that. And we'll push the button, and it's gonna go for 5 minutes, okay, or 6 minutes. All right, so let's mix this together. Like I was saying, this does dry and wet ingredients. If you wanna do something like water, you just turn it over and you use the blue ingredients on the other side. All right, so we've got this, we're mixing this together. I did get a whisk out to do this. This little bowl right here is the medium-sized bowl, the 2-cup bowl from the silicone prep bowl set. And the prep bowl set is kind of like our Easy Read measure cups. It comes with a 1 cup, a 2 cup, and a 4 cup. And I'll show you the 4 cup in just a few minutes here. But when you're making this, I actually cook the barbecue sauce in my microwave. I just try to keep it really, really simple. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this out. I'm going to move this right here so you guys can see. Use our handy little lobster claws here. And we'll take this out and check it out. Okay. I'm going to put this in for about a minute. All right, so we're going to take the top off. These should be ready. Okay, take the top off. All right, and the way we're gonna tell if it's ready is we're just going to take our thermometer, and on that really, really big breast, if I can get this to turn on, there we go. on that really, really big breast, we're just gonna stick that in there and let it come, and it's 180 degrees right off the bat, so we know that it's ready, okay? So now what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna drain this water out, okay? There's some moisture in here. I'm actually gonna drain that out. I don't need all that. And I didn't put any water in there, right? So that's really great moisture right there that you can use for something else. And then we're gonna chop these, and we're gonna use the salad choppers to chop these up. And so I'll kind of show you how this works. We just grab it and chop. And then this is how we're gonna get our chopped chicken to go with our chicken and waffles. So we chop our chicken up, and it's easiest if you use the salad choppers upside down like this, because you can use it with a one-handed operation. And when your chicken's cooked, it's really easy. It has a little scooper on it. These actually have a lifetime guarantee. So if they ever go dull on you, you can get them replaced. If the spring pops out, I'll tell you, I think I've had to replace one since we introduced these, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. I think I've had to replace one. So anyway, okay. This is, believe it or not, my right arm is my weak arm. It gets tired really fast. I had surgery on it a little bit ago, about 2 years ago. So, okay, so we've got that chicken chopped up. I didn't chop it up real small, but chopped it up pretty fine. These come in handy on Taco Tuesday when you gotta chop up chicken or carnitas or something like that. We cooked the barbecue sauce just for a minute to get it nice and mixed together. Use the smoky barbecue rub. Remember we seasoned the chicken with that, and then we use the smoky barbecue rub to do the other. So we're just gonna, I think I'm just gonna start by putting about half of this on here and see, nope, we're gonna need the whole thing. So we'll put that on there. These are dishwasher safe. And then we'll just mix this up. And then this is all ready to go. Now, one of the great things about the stoneware is that it retains heat. So while this is sitting here, I'm gonna put the lid back on. Ooh, that's still hot. And so, so it's gonna sit there and retain that heat. So that's really nice, okay? So like I said, we've got the batter right there. I'm gonna actually move this because I want you to be able to see the rest of what's going on. I'll move this over here. This is what it's like in my kitchen, you guys. It gets a little messy, right? Okay, so we've got all of these things. You can toss all of these things down here. Hope I put all the ingredients in there. Well, I left out the pea protein out of the waffles. I had wanted to put some scoops of the pea protein. So this is one of our pieces of enrichables, and it is, I could still probably do it, but it's gonna be a mess. So this adds extra protein to whatever you're making. So I could have added it to the barbecue sauce. I could add it to the waffles, and it will just add a little extra oomph in there. It's perfect to add to a smoothie. It comes in a little pouch, and it has a little scooper, and you just do one little scoop is one serving. So if you're doing a smoothie, one little scoop. If you're doing more than that, then you would obviously do more, okay? So, all right, so let's get that cleaned up a little bit. The last thing that we're gonna do is, while we're waiting on this to cook, let's see how long it has left. Oh, it's done right now, so we'll go ahead and take that off. Went upstairs to get my nice Pampered Chef platters and came back down without them, so who knows where those are. Probably in this cabinet right here. All right, so we're gonna lift this up, and oops, I think 6 minutes was a little bit long for this. So put these right here. So I think next time we'll hit cancel, custom, 5 minutes. And then we're going to change it to 350. And it's ready. so we can add the next set. And we'll just do this for a little less time. Okay, and we'll close this down and we'll hit start. All right, so one of the things about the pan is that you actually want to, the griddle, is that you kind of want to get, I live in Denver, things cook a little bit, or I live in Colorado Springs, things cook a little bit different up here. We have altitude, so this also, I may not have put enough batter in there either, so anyway, so we're gonna look at that. So I think I didn't put enough batter in there, so let me squeeze some more batter in these, make them a little bit, yeah, definitely need to make them a little bit thicker. Okay, so it's, you know, it's a work in progress. But let's go ahead and make our peach cobbler, because that's going to be easy. So this is the quick cooker. This is our pressure cooker, and it doesn't take any time at all to use the pressure cooker. I just leave this basket in there. So we're going to put a cup of water in here, and we're going to put the stand in here. Okay, and then we're going to make our peach cobbler right here in this ceramic bowl. And so the first thing we need to do is dump some peaches in here. So I went ahead and emptied one can of peaches already. Okay, so we need to do the second can of peaches. So we're going to take the smooth edge can opener and we're going to open this can. Notice how I put the smooth edge can opener right on the top of the pan, or the can, I mean. And then we wait till we hear a little tug, release, and then lift it up. So then I can pour it into the Easy Read colander right here and drain it. This is the 4-cup. Remember I was telling you about the 4-cup? So I think I did this wrong. 1 can and half the package. Oops, so I did 1 can and then we'll do half the package. All right, so we've got that in there, and then we're gonna do about half the package of the cake mix. And I'm using a gluten-free cake mix because the thing about these gluten-free cake mixes is that they can do all the things that your regular cake mix can do. And we'll put the second one on there. Come on, that one didn't want to go. And we'll spread this out. Now this said to use, this recipe says to use pats of butter, which normally I would use pats of butter, but you already notice I'm using gluten-free mix. So I'm also going to use dairy-free butter because my husband is gluten-free and dairy-free, and he is going to be able to eat this. I want him to be able to eat this. And so I actually melted the butter, which, to be honest with you, back in the day, that's how we used to do these quick little things, is melt the butter. So I don't think it's any big deal to do that. So we've got melted butter right here. I'm just going to drizzle it on the top. 1 stick. It's a lot of butter. And this is just an easy peach cobbler. Calls for a box of oops. We're going to put the cover on here, and I'm going to try not to get the cake mix all over everything. I probably should not have it in the cradle yet, but I always leave it in the cradle. Okay, so we put that on here. The silicone cover comes with it. And then we're going to put it in here, and we're going to set it on custom for 10 minutes. Okay, so this one, we push a button to set it on custom, and then we hit time to change the time. If you have all of the Pampered Chef tools, then you hit start. If you have all of the Pampered Chef tools, then you might get confused about which buttons you push and turn and whatever. So, all right, so we have one more thing to do to get ready for these to be done, and that is we need to slice our onion. So that's the last thing that we have to do. So this is the Rapid Prep Mandolin. This is a new product that was so popular. It was so popular that it sold out in 2 weeks after we introduced it. So as you can see, it all stores together. We're gonna pop this out. I want slices. I want it on a 2, okay? So it has the dials back here to tell you what you could do. You could do French fries in here really, really easy and fast. So we've got this here. We're gonna open this blade guard up, and we're gonna stick the food holder on here. Now it is ready once I get my onion ready. So I have a small onion. It's actually not gonna fit in the holder. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do half the onion. I'm gonna cut half the onion like that, okay? And I'm gonna peel it. Oh, that's ready, huh? I should take those off, right? Yep, those look a little bit better. Another thing I forgot to do is spray. Luckily, they came off really easily. Okay, we'll do our last set right here. Well, we're gonna have to watch that one because this side's gonna be done really fast. All right, so we're gonna peel the outer layers of this onion. And then that should fit in here nicely. Just want it to go down right there. And then we're going to slice. We'll release the handle like this. Okay, boom. Sliced onion, nice and thin slices, ready for our sandwiches. So this whole thing is dishwasher safe. It's really easy to clean. It comes with a cleaning tool. Okay, so that is this right here. Oh, that tastes amazing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. I'm actually gonna cut it take the barbecue right here, and we'll put some barbecue on here. Put some barbecue on here like this. Okay, we'll get some cheese. You can do pickles as well. My family does not like pickles, so I'm not going to torture them. Do a slice of cheese. We'll put some onion on the top. And put the top on. Like, oh, that piece fell off. And then we'll slice it. And you have a really, oops, the bottom fell off of that one. You have a really delicious sandwich right here for dinner. Okay? So super easy, super fun, great way to do chicken and waffles for you. Okay? So this is going to take a few minutes to do, and that is pretty much it. This looks a little better this time. We'll let this one cook a little bit more. Oh, it says it's done. So 6 minutes is perfect if you have the right amount of batter in there. So, all right, guys. So this is it. Some cornbread waffles for a wonderful sandwich. And that's all I have for you today. All right, so our cobbler is all ready. And so this is the quick cooker. It's done. It went for 10 minutes and I let it naturally release for 5 minutes. And now we're gonna release the steam. So to release the steam, you just press the button right here and all that steam's coming up. Now, a little trick about the pressure cooker. Now, this is something that would have taken like 30, 40 minutes to cook in the oven, and we were able to do it in just a few minutes here. We're gonna hit cancel. This top right here, I'm gonna punch it up so that the button is nice and even, and then we're gonna take it off. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Right here, This is the steam release valve. When you press it down to release the steam, it stays down, okay, because it presses this up until the steam is released. And it stays that way until you manually put it back. In order to operate your quick cooker the second time, you need to make sure that it's flush. It's all flat right here. There's no indentation, okay? So that's just a quick tip for you. Okay. Now, we have our cobbler right here. I'm going to be a little bit careful. I always try to mop up some of the moisture. I'm going to take that off, and the cobbler is all ready to go right here. I'm just going to get a little bowl, and we'll scoop it out. And we'll scoop it out, and you have the cake-like cobbler right there that you can serve with some ice cream. And so it's just like cake right there. All right? How awesome is that? All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Jennifer Soto. Go ahead and post any comments you have down below.